What's going on, everybody? Happy New Year, my friends. Happy holidays, and welcome to the New Year countdown of Into the Squared Circle podcast. I'm glad you're able to join me on YouTube. Hit the subscribe since you got your attention right now. And if you're listening on the podcast, by the way, the podcast is available on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. So wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, kick off the new year in 2024 supporting local homegrown podcasts, pro wrestling podcasts of all things. All you have to do is type in Into the Squared Circle podcast. So on this episode, I will have my top 10 moments throughout pro wrestling of 2023. Not just a specific company, all across the boards that's memorable, that I enjoyed, there were big moments to me. Okay, this is my personal list. Maybe it can relate to you. Maybe it won't. Maybe your top 10 is different. But hopefully, some of the stuff on the list I have here will give you a big pop as well throughout the year of 2023. So, before we get to my top 10, let's talk about the crappy part of 2023. Yeah, every year we have ups and downs, right? We all do. I do as well. But we definitely had a crappy start of 2023, of course, for the pro wrestling world because we lost a handful of iconic legends or future legends. They're no longer here with us. So before we move on, let's talk about the following ones that are no longer with us. Man, so at the time I'm recording this episode or video, we just lost Curtis Chapman. You probably see him in Rev Pro Wrestling. Yeah, he just passed away at a young age. I believe he was still in his 20s. And I don't know what happened, but Curtis Chapman is no longer with us. Man, just a very, very ending when it comes to another life leaving the pro wrestling landscape. So let's talk about some key figure names throughout 2023 we lost. Bray Wyatt, just a name that will be in our hearts forever. We lost Bray Wyatt, 2023. Terry Funk, another iconic name, a legend, an absolute legend all across the board. We lost him, 2023. Jay Briscoe, talk about another one. Again, as I'm naming these superstars, I can just pinpoint where I was at when this news was broken for each man that passed away. And Jay Briscoe, come home from work, taking a shower, come out the bathroom and look at my notifications and nothing but Jay Briscoe, car accident, not looking good. And man, my nerves were shaking, man. And the whole wrestling world mourned. And not only for Bray, for Terry Funk, but also for Jay Briscoe. Talk about a big slap in the face in 2023. The Iron Sheik, another iconic legend. Iron Sheik, no longer with us. Billy Graham. My apologies on that. Superstar Billy Graham. I do have an action figure in my man cave signed by him. I'm glad I got a chance to meet him in the past. I got 2 figures signed by him. Superstar Billy Graham, another iconic legend in the pro wrestling world. And Bushwhacker Butch, is just another legend. Come on, the Bushwhackers, one of the finest tag teams in WWF or WWE history. And then Droz. You remember Droz from the Attitude Era? Obviously, he had a incident where he got paralyzed, right? He got paralyzed in the ring, and his wrestling career ended short. And we lost him in 2023. Lanny Poffo, the brother of the Macho Man, Randy Savage, the genius Lanny Poffo, passed away in 2023. Jerry Jarrett, another iconic key member in the pro wrestling world who changed the landscape of pro wrestling during the territory days. And guy's a revolutionary. Jerry Jarrett, rest in peace. Mike Mantar Hellick also passed away in 2023. Rest in peace. Absolute Andy, who passed away in the age in his 40s, of course, passed away back in November. Wrestled for numerous German promotions like West Side Extreme Wrestling, if you're familiarized with that. So 2023 has been rough. And yeah, it had its ups and downs. But man, it just looking back at it, there was some good stuff. There were good stuff, and that's where I comprised 10 of my favorite moments of pro wrestling. So again, all the men and women that we lost in pro wrestling in 2023, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. We love you, and each one of you superstars are no longer with us. You will remain in our hearts forever and eternally. All right, so let's talk about my top 10. My top 10 in pro wrestling landscape of 2023. A lot of good ones. There were so many that I couldn't fit in 2020, or I couldn't fit in my top 10, right? There's so many. I had to, it was tough. Let's start with number 10, shall we? Number 10. And this one, it was a huge surprise for some people. Some are like, I guess so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some clips, right? We're going to play some clips over here on each of these. And let me know what you guys think, man. Will you guys enjoy it? I mean, if these guys going to be if anything on this list will surprise you, again, let me know what you guys think, man. Into the Square Circle Pop, Facebook, X, Instagram, and drop it in the comment section of YouTube. Let me see if your highlights will be almost remotely close to mine. So my top 10 right now is no other than the Rated R Superstar. I just gave it away, damn it. Well, you know what it is. Adam Copeland showing up in AEW. You think you know that? So what a moment. Talk about a special moment in pro wrestling. Yeah, man. It was a good moment for an AEW fan. You know, like I'm a fan of pro wrestling. I'll just say that. I'm a fan of pro wrestling, but hearing that, you think you know me. When you hear that, you pop. You're like, oh snap. Adam Copeland is an AEW. That's amazing. That is absolute amazing to see Adam Copeland taking the chance, man, do what he wants to do, escape the structure of WWE and go into the unknown in AEW. And that moment right there was a phenomenal moment. And watching it live, you know, it was amazing, man. Watching it live, it was extraordinary. So it is it was a good moment. It made it in my top 10 um of my top highlights moments in pro wrestling, man. It's a good deal. All right, so other top highlights in pro wrestling. Let's see. I'm trying to find some audio here for my top 9. We're heading to number 9, my top highlight. And I'm not sure if there's like official documentation or official press scrum, so I don't have audio for that right now. But what I can tell you is number 9, and this just happened recently, man. Just happened recently, like a week ago. New Japan Pro Wrestling has announced that Hiroshi Tanahashi will be the new president of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Yes, of course, that has to be at the blah, blah, blah. That's a top highlight. That's number 9 on my list. Hiroshi Tanahashi becoming the new president of New Japan Pro Wrestling. That's big news. So the previous administration out. They're gone. Hiroshi Tanahashi, who's a veteran, been in New Japan Pro Wrestling for a long ass time. Guy's a veteran, right? He is like the John Cena in Japan, right? Guy's been in movies. I mean, ladies love him, just like Cena. Come on. You can't complain. This guy's smart. He knows how the wrestling business works. Now, I was reading the article of Pro Wrestling, or not, the Wrestling Observer. It was at f4w.com. They get the credit, but I was reading an article that all the former presidents of New Japan Pro Wrestling worked for the parent company, which is called Bushy Road. And Bushy Road owns New Japan Pro Wrestling. So every top head honcho that was in the president's seat in New Japan Pro Wrestling was under Bushy Road. And each president that took that spot in the past 10, 15, 20 years had very little experience when it comes to pro wrestling. And that's where they had a committee decided to boot him out. Hiroshi Tanahashi went to the top, and now he is the president, the guy who has all the skills, all the tricks in his mindset. And I'm excited to see what 2024 will hold for New Japan Pro Wrestling. It could be a big deal, man. It could be a game changer. It could change the landscape in Japan, or it could change the pro wrestling landscape in 2024 in general. So what we know is right now that Tanahashi, he's the president, and I'm excited, man. But this news just made it right on the tail end of 2023. Yeah, of course. That got to be part of my list, man, because I'm a big fan of New Japan Pro Wrestling. But man, it's pretty exciting if you're a New Japan fan. It's man, I'm excited. I'm excited, and I cannot wait to see what's gonna happen in 2024. Right? All right, good deal. So let's talk about highlight number 8. So New Japan Pro Wrestling Tanahashi was obviously
YouTube is the new home of NFL
9.
Sunday Ticket.
Let's hop on
Watch
over
all
to
your
number
favorite
8.
NFL teams
And
out of market
let's see
Sunday.
what's going on my list. Maybe I'll matches for yours. All right, number 8. What's gonna be? Here we go. What's number 8? Now, if you're a music fan, so you're wondering, like, what the hell is that? Well, I got to say, this was an awesome moment. And WWE did this right. Back in, when was Backlash? Back in May? I think so. I don't know. But Backlash held in Puerto Rico. And if you're a hip hop fan, I don't know very much of Bad Bunny. But when WWE brought in Bad Bunny and WWE brought back Backlash in Puerto Rico, the first premium live event in almost a long ass time, and you have Bad Bunny coming out in front of his hometown country, holy smokes, you have 20,000 people singing along to his music. It's amazing. It's mind blowing. It's like the Pope in Vatican, right? When he comes out into the we call that the podium, and everybody's they just drop what they're doing. That's what it is. Bad Bunny is the Pope in Puerto Rico. And that highlight right there was a special moment in WWE. One of the many special moments in the World Wrestling Entertainment. But I gotta say, this was the top highlight of at least midway through the year of 2023. And it was amazing. What a special moment. So I gotta say, Bad Bunny entrance and his match too against Damian Priest. Come on, that was a hell of a match. And give Bad Bunny credit. He had a hell of a year when it came to again a pop hip hop superstar that's famous across the world. And it shows up to the WWE. Yeah, man, it's amazing. And that was the top highlight of the WWE. So Bad Bunny and WWE Backlash number 8. All right, number 7. Another great moment in WWE. And this was such a great moment. And as I'm about to dial it in here, folks, come on. You got to love this part, man. There you go, folks. That's all you need. That's all the audio you need. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson returns back to the WWE September 15th, to be exact, of 2023. Showed up on SmackDown. Surprised everybody. Hell, even I had goosebumps watching it live. And, Pat McAfee came out. He also showed up as well. And so is my ring door as well. But you know what? Pat McAfee was talking smack, trying to, make the crowd feel good. You had Austin Theory being a heelish prick, of course. But who comes out? The Rock. And The Rock came out and he just verbally abused. Man, that was such a great moment to Austin Theory. And, you have the best of the best, young and the old. It was awesome. It was an awesome moment. And, that was one of the many top WWE highlights. I tell you what, man, they're just on fire. I mean, I said that these highlights would be spread across the board, but yeah, you know what? I'm wrong. I do have something else because The Rock was number 7 in my top highlight. Let's go to number 6. Let's go out to the WWE for a little bit. And this one, a little exciting, right? And I'm talking about Impact Wrestling. You talk about another top highlight. This is number 6 on my list. And, let's listen to Scott D'Amore and what he has to say about this top highlight.
20 plus years ago, I came to a little company in a fairgrounds in Nashville, Tennessee called TNA Wrestling.
Okay, well, we got ourselves right there. And, Scott D'Amore ends his fine promo. And what he has to say. Let's dial it in here. Yeah. Want to talk about an awesome pump up moment for a pro wrestling fan. And TNA Wrestling is back. Whoever thought the TNA moniker would come back in 2024? It got announced in 2023, but it's going to be revamped in 2024 in Las Vegas. That's exciting. And the first show in TNA is going to have what, Okada in it? Come on. That's amazing. That's number top 6. Holy smokes. And, what a special moment for, if you're an Impact Wrestling fan. I've been a TNA fan for a while, man. And I'll be honest, I kind of fell off the wagon for a little bit. I mean, there's some wrestling fans that agree with me. So, it was a good moment, man. A hell of a moment. And to hear the TNA moniker come back, some people are like, just fucking put the damn horse behind the shed and end it, and man, what a moment. And I gotta say that made it my top number 6 in pro wrestling history of 2023. All right, so let's talk about my number 5, and this is the whole damn deal, right? The whole damn
may the weather be cold,
whole damn
and
package
your tub be hot. May your hard seltzer be as bubbly as jet-setting number 7.
All Elite Wrestling.
And may the real vodka and real juice be paired with real good company.
Talk about a historic show.
Sun's
historic moment. The biggest wrestling moment in pro wrestling history. I mean, you talk about moments that's amazing. In front of a almost sold out crowd, right? And there's so many moments, man. You have Wembley Stadium singing to MJF's song. The final match, by the way, the final match of CM Punk in AEW, which he faced Samoa Joe, and which led the downfall of him getting fired. So you talk about another historical negativity, or not negativity, but it's all part of history, which leads to my top 5, right? So the AEW all ends into my top 5, right? So that's number 5. And maybe the CM Punk getting fired could lead to a spot somewhere on my top 10. Oh man, I don't know, a little teaser, but we will get to it shortly because we're going to cruise down to number 4. We got 4 left. My top 4 highlights. Can you figure it out? Huh? And let's talk about number 4. So number 5 was AEW All In, a historic moment. And can they pull it off in 2024? Sound like tickets pre-sales are doing pretty good. So, wish them luck, and we hope they get the same results as 2023. So, good luck to them. And let's talk about number 4. So I'm about to dial it in right now. So number 4, it's a special moment. And this is something fans gonna have to deal with now, and including myself. And I'm talking about the icon, the legend, Sting. And we'll let the promo speak to itself.
So getting back to that word, it makes me, before I quite get there.
Yeah, this promo. If you're watching AEW history, you know where he's going with here.
You're thinking, he retired once already. Yeah, I said the word retire.
And there you go. That's all you need to hear. Sting retiring. The words that not a lot of wrestling fans want to hear coming out of the icon Sting. It's gonna happen, right? Everybody is not gonna last forever. I mean, you can, but at the same time, leave at the right time when you're ready. And the icon Sting came out. AEW Dynamite, October 18th of 2023, the exact moment where he came out live on national television. He announced to the world that he's retiring. Now, obviously, his last match will be at Revolution in March of 2024. His final match. And man, it's gonna be emotional. It's gonna be emotional. And I cry. I don't know, man. Grown men don't cry, but I think with Sting retiring, yeah, it's gonna be tough for me to watch. But either way, it will be emotional. But this moment right here made it into my top 5. Number 4, Sting's retirement. Talk about a monumental moment in pro wrestling. All right, 3 left. And I gotta say, this one was definitely a talker in pro wrestling.
The following contest scheduled for
it's the most controversial WrestleMania main event of all time. Hands down, the most controversial main event WrestleMania of all time. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, number 3 on my list of top moments, top 10 moments to be exact. And it's well, I'll just play the clip because I'm still pissed off about it. Yeah, this moment will never leave everybody's mind. If you're a fan of WWE, if you're a fan of Cody Rhodes, this is probably the low blow of WrestleMania. This is your heart getting ripped out of your soul moment. it's a top moment. It's a top moment. And this will be going down WrestleMania and pro wrestling history of the most just heartbreaking story moment in pro wrestling. Cody Rhodes losing to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39. Man, you thought night number 1 was great. Night number 2, it started off great until that very last match. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the undisputed titles. Yeah. We still talk about it today. We still do. And I'm over it, man. I'm kind of over it. I just kind of I put everything in the past in the rearview mirror, but come on, it's something that it's something that we're stuck with for the rest of our lives. And there we go, man. Yeah, man. Cody Rhodes losing to Roman Reigns. He didn't finish his story after all the buildup in 2022, after all the buildup all the way up to WrestleMania, the beginning of 2023, the underdog story, finish the story that his father never finished. He gets there. He got it. He was this close. He lost it. What a story. But a whole new chapter opens. 2023 is about to end. And Cody Rhodes had some ups, some downs, some hills and valleys. The Royal Rumble's full steam ahead of 2024. We'll have to wait and see how that will play out, because we know somebody else is fighting for his story. Man, hey, little teaser. We still got 2 more to go. Who's that person? We got 2 left. Can you figure out what's my top number 1? Take a guess. I've been teasing it the past couple of minutes. All right, highlight number 2. So Cody Rhodes losing at WrestleMania. That's gone down in history, man. That belongs on a plaque. That belongs on a plaque somewhere. Well, where WrestleMania 39 was at? Los Angeles, right? I don't know. Put a plaque on the stadium. That's history right there. So that's a top home moment, man. Hands down, top 3. Top 2. Top 2. Where we go down to number 2, folks. And here's my highlight number 2. It's a big news. It's a big news. It's a landmark history news. This is a groundbreaking news. And let's play a clip from CNBC.
CEO Ari Emanuel, COO Mark Shapiro, discussing in part the new company and their new roles. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
It was important to you to have Mark with you. You're the CEO. Why is it important to have both of you together talking about this company?
So, all right, a little teaser. You can't take a guess what it is. My number 2 highlight of phenomenal moment. Another extraordinary history moment in 2023.
The funny thing is, everybody says, well, how do you run both companies? And as I like to say to people, I walk, he chews gum. So, we do this together. This is a very kind of big task with 2 companies, as people say. But we've now done this for a lot of years.
How do you split up responsibilities in all seriousness?
So, I won't get into too much detail to his video, but this number 2 is a very key moment in pro wrestling history. It's a business that was a family-owned business being built for almost, 30, 40, 50 years? A rich family history. Vince McMahon has decided to sell the WWE to the TKO, the Endeavor company. WWE is finally being sold. And what a moment. Talk about a groundbreaking, shaking the pro wrestling landscape. WWE and UFC will merge together. Whoever thought both companies will ever merge together? It's wild. It's absolutely wild. And look, Vince, we know the history between Vince and Dana White. Dana White, the president of UFC. And, come on. Now here they are working together. It's amazing. It's amazing. And the think of WWE was sold in 2023. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. And holy smokes, talk about a special historic moment, because
if you want to prepare for the gas shortages in winter and save big on energy bills, then you need to hear this.
This new space heater warms any room in less than 5.
Well, since what, 2001, when WWE bought WCW? That was the last time we had a groundbreaking wrestling landscape change or shake. When WWE bought WCW, that was what, 22, 23 years ago? Yeah, roughly around there. So if you actually think about that, it's now we have another groundbreaking where not only they purchase, but they merge it. So it just becomes a bigger monster than it is. And so far, WWE is having a great year at 2023. And they're not going to stop. 2024 is just going to keep growing, especially with all these international shows across the world. I mean, 2023, they've done London, Saudi Arabia, Puerto Rico. These are premium live events. That's amazing. Next year in 2024, they're going to do Germany and Australia. The WWE is taking over the world. That's the next step. They're going to be doing stadiums. So, again, AEW. They've been, they had their ups, Wembley Stadium, and they just slowly just went downhill a little bit. But Tony Khan can steer the ship and have a great 2024. Just need the right people and it's just the moons and stars aligned. That's all you need. So WWE has an excellent, excellent year. But 2024, it's going to be really, really interesting. We will save that to the end. We'll save that to the end. All right. Number 1. So number 2 was TKO merging with WWE. Number 1, I've been teasing it. And right here in Chicago, and I regret not buying a damn ticket and going. And that's my fault. And I have to regret that rest of my life that I didn't get a damn ticket. But it was in Chicago at the Allstate Arena at the very end of the show. Very, very, very end, where they teased that the War Games was done. And, well, the special moment, you know what it is. You know what it is. I'll play the clip. Holy smokes. That right there. I can just stop right there. I can watch this video all damn day long. All damn day long. This video has 7.6 million views on YouTube. CM Punk returning back to the WWE. Hell has frozen over. The impossible has happened. Hell, even I made a claim on this podcast that if he showed up, man, I'll fucking do something. Run down the street naked. I didn't do it, but you know how it is. In a million years, you never thought a CM Punk will return after all the bad blood. Going to AEW, getting fired from AEW, showing up back to the WWE. If anybody has a great year, CM Punk. I swear to you, CM Punk had a hell of a year. Doing the United Center in Chicago, to doing Wembley Stadium with AEW, the biggest wrestling show in history, sold out Wembley Stadium in London, to getting fired, to showing up the sold out Allstate Arena in Chicago, to wrestling at the Madison Square Garden and the Kia Forum, all in 2023. Name a wrestler that went to every major building in the world. Name a wrestler that had that kind of credentials. That's insane. United Center, Allstate Arena, Wembley Stadium, Madison Square Garden, Kia Forum. God damn it. CM Punk is a god. I tell you, goddamn man, he has done it all in 2023. Nobody has done that. And to think that this fucking guy did it, that's amazing. That's amazing. Bravo. Bravo to CM Punk, a smart bastard. Bravo to the WWE for making this happen. Got to give the people what they want, as Excalibur will say. Top number 1. There we go. My top 10. Oh, see? My camera was blacked out.
A few moments later.
Don't worry, the House of Black is not here. The Judgment Day. Here we go. Bam, top 10. We're done. 2023 is over. Done. Have a beer. Drink responsibly. Have a great, happy new year. I hope you enjoyed this video. That didn't sound right, but I hope you enjoyed it. And look, man, 2024 is going to be great in pro wrestling. It's good to be a pro wrestling fan. I mean, we got TV right deals going down, man. It's going to be feisty. 2024 is going to be feisty when it comes to pro wrestling. AEW television contract. You got wrestlers contract. You got a lot of people being re-signed in WWE. There's some people in AEW planning on leaving AEW. We don't know where they're going to go. So there's a lot of key moments, going down in 2024. It's going to be a big year. I would tell you that it's going to be a big year for pro wrestling as the pro wrestling world continues to change. So Tanahashi taking over New Japan. You have Triple H just going full steam ahead in creative, and WWE as they're expanding the globe, making history. AEW is trying to recoup, and hopefully they can bounce back to the top. And TNA, I hope they go strong in 2024. And a bunch of other wrestling companies, man. MLW, GCW, Rev Pro, just a bunch of New Japan, AJ, All Japan Pro Wrestling, all the wrestling companies, all the small wrestling companies in your local town. Support them as well. Independent scene. Hope it goes strong as well in 2024. 2024 will be a big year for pro wrestling. I'm excited as a fan. Hopefully I can attend some of them, right? I hope so. And man, I can't wait, man. I'm excited. I don't know what else to say. I'm excited for 2024. I hope it's not going to be crappy. But I hope it's going to be an awesome year pro wrestling. Just more moments waiting to be happen. History is waiting. And that right there, I will end it. We're done. Happy New Year. Party responsibly, drink responsibly. If you're going to drink, drive, don't do it or you will lose. They're not paying me, but I'm just telling you that. Don't be stupid. Stay home and party. Have a good time and enjoy 2023. And I'll talk to you guys next year for a fresh new year. All right, folks. Happy New Year. Bye-bye. And hasta luego 2023.